Dodo. We got a really good squad and a great slate of games to be played today.
Nah, they're definitely the best teams in C right now. GigFam, TNC, and Fnatic. On this patch, they are the best teams. And right now, what's going to be crucial for Kyle is if he gets the right matchup, he wants to lane against the Razor. He doesn't want to lane against the Nature's Prophet. I think they want the Doom there. They're trying to scout the lanes. They're going to see Gabby, bottom. So yeah, Queen of Pain is going to be in the right lane. Doom is probably going to head towards mid right now.
Yep. It is going to be a little bit weird though. Like, do you skill blink first if you're Carl, going even up against the Razor down here bottom?
Depends. I think you should still go Shadow Strike if you feel like your support can stop him from static link draining you. But I like what Kuku did. You saw at the bounty rune, he intentionally showed himself in the lane, and his items are side lane items. So it makes the enemy think that the Doom is actually going bottom. And remember how critical was it in the Fnatic game where the Spectre actually showed himself when he shouldn't showed himself when they were trying to dodge the lanes, and it cost them the early game. These are all the small little things that I think usually normal players, if you just play pubs and you don't really watch a lot of competitive Dota, you won't really fully understand the extent of that mistake.
Right, and the extent to which a team can capitalize on that mistake as well, because it's one thing to show yourself, it's another to actually say, okay, we're going to make the change and swap up these lanes to give us a better early game.
Yeah.
March takes some damage there by virtue of Zephyr, and in fact, they're just going to be able to turn this back around, and now Gabby going to take him for a walk.
Oh, it's a position for Veno, yeah? Didn't really realize that. So what is he gonna do in the game? He's gonna farm?
I mean, kind of, right? You just drop down some wards.
Well, what do you do as Veno? You can't gank. You defend towers. And as a support, you're probably gonna have to wait for the core to leave the lane so you can, because you're gonna be greedy, right? As a Veno, I don't think there's anywhere else you can play this hero. You're gonna take farm. You're gonna take space. You're gonna defend towers.
Right. It feels like it's going to be up to him to just take over whatever lane it is that Kuku leaves or that Carl leaves when they go to try and make kills happen on the map. But so far, look at the lanes. All of it being top CS Radiant right now. KP goes for the charge to try and slow down Raven a little bit, but Tim's eventually is going to be brought down. That's first blood.
Oh, that's how it's done, kids.
Yeah, very, very strong lane. The Ogre plus Gyro, they have a lot of kill potential. And with the Orb of Venom on White Mon, it makes it more lethal if you're out of position, you know, if they catch you with the Ignite, Orb of Venom, and the Homing Missile. But at the end of the day, Spirit Breaker is still farming fine. He's CSing well. That's what you want to see when you're playing Spirit Breaker. You don't want to fall behind from the start.
No, definitely not. It's a terrible place to play from if you are down that low. And he already has the boots early on. Seeing like he's kind of having a good time against Raven here. And yeah, across all the lanes, they're kind of coming out slightly ahead. No dumpstering going on really, with the exception of maybe the Queen of Pain, who's having a bit of a tough time against this Razor. Everybody else is getting something.
I mean, I think this is because of the support. One has a Venom support, the other has an IO. So the supports are the ones that are making the difference. If you are talking about strict core-to-core matchup, the Queen of Pain generally does better against the Razor because you can blink away from the static link.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
So I'm thinking about what you would go as the Spirit Breaker this game. I think Aghanims is actually really good.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a little surprising.
Why?
What do you like about it? Just
cooldown. Oh, White Mon. He's a gone there. No, very quiet. No bash.
Oh, the Winter's Curse. It comes out again. And then the stun afterwards going to land onto Tim's trying to live. But he is eventually going to be dropped yet again. The 2 quick kills onto Mr. Tim's. But down bottom, they kill Gabby. Wow, that's a big one.
Yeah, that's a very big kill. But the reason I think the Aghanims is good is because it reduces the cooldown on the charge. I think even if you're a core Spirit Breaker, what you're mainly going to be doing in the fights that could contribute a lot is multiple hero charge. So the Aghanims is actually what's going to allow you to do that, and the stats will make you tankier. So I think all in all, the item is just good on the hero. Maybe you go for, I don't know, I think you go drums first, and then you go Aghanims BKB.
What do you think about this as a level 25 talent for Spirit Breaker? It gives you like charge castable anywhere on the map. He doesn't have to be on a hero.
Come.
Huh? That's his.
I'll tell you about it more as we're seeing Gabby get brought down low. And as it's 6, still the jump in coming from Carl. Oh, he went for it all, and he gets nothing. Zephyr dies afterwards. Oh, no.
That's why he's a mid laner, not an off laner. He makes this kind of dives in the side lane. It doesn't pay off for you. And he's playing way too aggressive. Against the IO, you have to calculate the fact that he has that regen bonus, you know. And it's bounty run soon. Whitemon stealing one, placing a ward. Nicely done.
I mean, part of that was also Gabby. He waited until he saw the blink and then hit his magic stick as soon as he was on top of him. Really, really fast reaction there from Gabby.
It's easy to bait someone as aggressive as Carl, you know. Generally, it's more difficult to bait players like Raven, you know, for example, like the very stable, reliable players. They tend to not take the baits as easily. But when you are playing against...
They tickle him down, but they baited in Raven. Oh no! As the slowdown comes down to Whitemon, everybody's getting baited. Oh, the first dip bash! Unbelievable.
That was me. Okay, that was all me. You can leave all.
Curse.
You can leave all the fault to me. I'm taking all the fault.
That's all good.
So Doom ate the catapult, and now he's going to look to rotate, and he's even going for a more greedy build. He's going to max his Devour.
Ooh, that's pretty cool.
I mean, they already have a very greedy lineup though. Like, I don't know. Let's see whether it pays off. I'm personally not a very big fan of it because I think the Scorched Earth is your farming tool as well, because you can clear the jungle and clear the waves very easily.
So just real quickly to go back to the important things, with Spirit Breaker level 25, it's like Tiny Toss requires no target. It's like Spirit Breaker Charge requires no target. What do you think about that? ...
Come.
Okay, all right, sounds good. To be tested still.
Why do you come up with all the insane ideas? Can you come up with a logical idea? Bot lane?
Logical idea, it's amazing. Ooh, Carl. Be careful, Carl. He still has blink. He's trying to bait this one out.
He forgot there's a SV in the game.
Oh no, Carl in trouble. And Winter called it. It's a tough one for poor old Carl. And they will find another kill afterwards. Deny the IO? Doesn't need to. Well, maybe. He did.
See him? Didn't they see him? He like charged past the observer ward. They should have seen him. I don't know. Maybe they didn't see him.
Yeah.
Against Spirit Breaker, you generally want wards like this, like river wards.
Uproot and after them.
Well, mid lane, they're back charging again, and you talked about the pace of this game that can come from TNC, and it is happening. 7 kills so far out of them in 7 minutes, and they are not stopping. They got a Jakiro in this game too.
Jakiro, Nature's Prophet. Like Spirit Breaker, you don't have tower damage, so it's very, very important that you have teammates that can kill buildings. And going back to their draft, right? Because the way everyone is playing so far, Gabe, like the last couple of days, is always like going for greed and being more, having more late game security, right? So when everyone is doing that, it might be a good idea to switch up your style and look at TNC's draft today, right? Because the days before they were doing greedy draft as well. They would go for carry, or maybe a more farm-oriented mid laner. Or off laner. But today they totally switch up their style towards. They feel like since everyone's being greedy, right? Why not? Yeah. Let's try to punish them. I like the way they are adjusting today, because during this kind of long tournaments, when you play a series, many series across like 1 or 2 weeks, you can see like how a team approaches the game, how they can adjust, and you're seeing it right now from TNC. They think everyone's being too greedy. That's why they are playing like this.
It's a very cool thing to see that meta evolve within an individual region as well. And at least personally, I like this style of Dota way more than just everybody sit back and farm. And,
of course, it's more entertaining.
Exactly.
It's more entertaining. It's fun.
Totally. Well, we do have level 6 now on Carl, and that could be a rotation towards mid.
He went past the wall, right? No, they don't know.
They didn't know. Although the Doom comes out immediately afterwards. Did he get Bulldoze off? No, he didn't manage to get it off, I don't think. So he's going to be muted for a cool minute and just going to drop.
Bro,
they were finally able to bait him in.
Doom dispels the Bulldoze.
Oh, good call. Winter, you're so smart.
No, not as smart. Not as smart as you with your level 25 Spirit Breaker talent.
They're gonna find the kill up top there, taking down Raven. Another kill for the man that does not often get brought down.
Yeah, he's playing a bit like the game that is normally no Spirit Breaker. When there's Spirit Breaker, you have to be very conservative when you're shuffling out the lanes, right? As a carry, especially when you don't have any form of escape as a gyro. I mean, that's the thing, right? Sometimes when you don't play against a hero for a long time, example like Disruptor or Spirit Breaker, you tend to forget, because when you're playing against Disruptor, you cannot TP in front of the tower, right? You have to TP behind because of Glimpse, otherwise he'll glimpse you back the tower. But if you don't play against him for some time, and then suddenly there's this one game you play against him, you might make all these mistakes.
Definitely. And I mean, oh no, is he dead again? Carl, damage over time, and the Spirit Breaker, they got him in his sights. You can't stop this man. Sonic Wave trying to keep him back, but will eventually be able to find the kill. You are dead. Another Ice Path trying to keep alive KP, but KP is going to be able to ensure the kill onto Kuku. Maybe? No. Kuku just able to back away from there. He stays alive as well.
So time for the Jakiro to get a veil. Yeah, he's rushing X. Look at his items. The Spirit Breaker is actually rushing X. He's not even going for the drums.
What a madman.
That's fun.
Yeah.
So the cooldown will be what, 6 seconds?
Radiant's middle
Yeah,
tower
that's
is under
so
attack.
dumb.
That's not dumb, that is fun.
It is fun, but it's also terrifying. We'll see how it goes. I wanted to see Tim's now. He's going back afterwards, maxing the Ice Path. They're just trying to get in and battle.
Yeah, they don't have much disable. Io has no disable, Nature's Prophet no disable, Razor has no disable.
Kuku. It's got, oh, I thought you had to do it back up again, but only 10 seconds until it's back up. 9-5. With 1,000 gold lead for Geek Fam, in spite of the early aggression. They haven't been able to maintain stuff.
Has the Doom devour money, you know? The bonus gold.
You know, I wanted to talk a little bit more about Carl, because I think that we've seen him in the past just be so good at like min-maxing to the max level, but I wonder if like a patch in particular that changes a lot of numbers takes a little longer to get online.
He's a one-dimensional player. He's not that flexible. He plays Dota one way.
Yeah.
And that's why when you, I don't think this has anything to do with the patch, because he's in the offlane in this game and he has to play more conservatively. As you're sharing XP with a support, right? You're not as strong as you normally are if you're like a mid lane solo XP. That's why I think that not many mid laners can, you know, just adjust around the lanes, you know. There are very few players that can do that. It's very difficult because your entire mindset has to be different when you're playing the side lane.
Yeah, that's fair. Sort of like you're talking about the other day with the Ember as well. I just think that there is something to be said, at least for like, if numbers change a lot and you're used to feeling out your hero in a certain way, that it can, you know,
yeah, it does.
That style hurts more for him more than it would for others. It definitely
does. Yeah, it definitely does.
But regardless, we do have a little bit of a slowdown in the game. This always feels like it's going to be benefiting Geek Fam if the game slows down.
Yeah, if you get to hit creeps as Doom.
Yeah.
And it's a support banner, yes. You hit creeps, you farm. It's going on Vessel on the banner. That's great against the Io. Very, very good. They're gonna need like I think the Corp has to buy a defensive item because the Orchid is coming up soon on the Nature's Prophet.
They find KP yet again. Raven trying to chase him down, bulldoze, but there's the blink, the hoof stomp. And KP is gonna be maybe doomed. Kuku thought about it. Decides not to go. They relocate in instead, and now the turn onto the Doom. Kuku in trouble. And he is going to die. Now, can they find any more afterwards? Whitemon gets clipped right at the end of it, and Geek Fam, they're the ones that decide to make the move, and they get punished.
Yeah, why are they trying to be aggressive? They should be farming, hitting creeps. But I guess they saw opportunity because they realized the guy was alone, the Spirit Breaker, but Nature's Prophet and Io.
Oh my god, they had 2 sentry wards down, and he was invis sitting mid. He felt like he was safe, but he was not. Carl dies again.
You are never truly safe, Gabe, when there's an Io, Nature's Prophet, and Spirit Breaker in the game.
Jeez. You know, I think they took Razor just to spam that line. You are dead, dead. My enemies pay. That was more like Dracula than Razor, but you know, you got what I meant. Thank you for putting up with me, Winter. It's the last day. You can go back to your fish afterwards. You don't have to listen to me anymore.
My fish is all over my
Dire's top
computer.
tower is under
I don't
attack.
have to go back to them. They're with me.
Okay, with you always. I'll be with you always, Winter. Always and forever. Tim,
Only if you promise not to tell me any more 25 level talents on
Radiant's
Street
bottom
Breaker.
tower is under
okay,
attack.
sounds good.
Dire's
You know, it's a good one
structures
is
are
greater
fortified.
bash chance. That'd be
Radiant
interesting.
structures
See, that's
are
where you switch it up.
fortified.
And you just say the real ones, not the fake ones anymore.
Well, to be
Dire's top
honest,
tower
you're
is
probably
under
gonna get the
attack.
HP.
Yeah, I know. It's so much HP. It's ridiculous.
Radiant's bottom
650.
tower is under attack.
All right, I think they're ready to relocate in again. Down bottom.
Nature's Prophet, the +3, the instant +3, Nature's Prophet and relocate.
They're going. Charge on through.
Radiant's
Finding
bottom
one
tower
man.
has
Mr. Cuckoo is
Dire's
trying
top
to
tower
interrupt,
is
but
under attack.
doesn't look like it's quite going to happen. They blow up Raven. Another death.
This game is all about the Spirit Breaker, man. It's all about the Spirit Breaker. There are no stuns to cancel the charge.
Look at him go. He just does whatever the hell he wants. All right, well, there. They punish him a little bit, but Kuku trying to walk away. Is he actually going to get out? He does. On 50 HP. Is he
Wait,
really thinking about walking back in? This guy's insane.
Oh, where's the Nature's Prophet? Oh, he was busy killing the Venom. I thought the Nature's Prophet was gonna come in to finish off the Doom. I think they expected him to come, and then he's like, "Oh, no, I'm busy killing Kenny, the real carry of Gig Fam."
Right. Take him out. In this game, though, that Kenny does not feel like the most important player at all. But he is actually catching up to Carl in terms of net worth.
He's just a passenger in this game. He's not gonna be a difference maker.
Let them be.
The Doom, the Corp, and the Gyro are the difference makers this game. I think especially the Doom. The Doom is gonna be very crucial because he has to be. I think he has to be very fat this game for them to win.
That does feel like a little bit of a problem in a way, though. If your supports are not really doing much in the game, and it's mainly your cores, then I don't know. It feels kind of recipe for a difficult game.
They are meant to be playing for the cause with this kind of lineup. Ogre's not gonna take anything, you know. He's just gonna be, hey, you need some bloodlust? Sure.
Are scared.
Hey, you need some stacks? I'm coming. And then the Venom's like, guys, just farm. I'm gonna defend the tower. If I die, I die. It's okay. I cast my R. They have to go back to base and heal. Just keep farming. Remember to carry me later.
He
Warriors
just
of the wood.
sits around there, drops some wards down, hits some jungle creeps every now and then.
Yeah.
The way to live his life.
That's the life as a support, you know. You don't want to be like, watch me, you know, like the oracle behind someone's ass, you know. Stay behind me, stay behind me.
Zephyr, yet again, poor old Kenny. He's going to be dead.
Give Spiritbreaker the kill. He needs money for the axe.
Now, see, Razor gets the kill, Spiritbreaker gets the ward. That's how this works. He gets to kill the Plague Ward.
How cruel is life? You did all the hard work, but you get paid peanuts.
It's true. But I will say, KP also gets to play Spiritbreaker in a pro match. And that's just got to be fun. You know what I mean? This is a
Radiant
fun hero.
are
You just see
scared.
somebody
Charge.
just go.
Let's go, charge, charge. Oh no, he didn't get the charge off, but it's a brawling time. What do they have here on the Razor? Razor has Yules and a Hood. Is battle mode ready. And
Find
then
somebody.
Faded Brooch as well. That's nice on Razor. Oh, and when he clicks his Facebook, he's like he's
550. That's insane.
in his smoke right now, so he's a bit faster.
Fight him on, they find him. Charge goes through and they blow up the ogre very rapidly. Did not stand a chance. Do they have an urn on anybody? I don't think so, right?
You mean Radiant?
Yeah, no urn.
No, no problem. No bueno. Actually, no,
Against
not
the
no
against the
bueno.
Doom. Yeah, that's the
Don't
other
need-
way around.
You don't need Vessel against Doom. You just kill him. They have more than enough damage to kill him. Nobody really wants to buy the urn. The Aya is rushing a pipe against all the magic damage. The Doom, the Venom, the Gyro.
Raven. Raven, what are you doing, my buddy?
Farming some ancients.
Kuku, the bait, the
Dire's
turnaround.
turret has been
Well,
killed.
Sonic Wave only hits onto one. That wasn't really good enough. And now Raven trying to TP out of there, but the Yule Scepter lift up. They kill off the Jakiro, but I think that if they can chase this down, Raven looks to be getting out of there. KP ends up dying in the end to Kuku.
Radiant's
A
courier
haste stream
has
picked up
been
by Carl,
killed.
so he could hop back into this fight if he wants to
Dire's top
afterwards.
tower is
They
under
continue to
attack.
chase up on the high grounds, gain Spirit Vessel off as well. But I think that with that, they're going to have to bounce. Try and get out of there. Carl thinking about going in yet again. He's a little bit insane.
Oh, nice.
Another hook stomp jump in from Kuku. They got him caught. And now Gabby trying to make something out of nothing. But Raven ends his life.
So the answer is throw the Doom on the Spirit Breaker. If the Spirit Breaker is not doing anything, no one else has stuns on the Radiant team. That's the answer. Doom the Spirit Breaker.
It was interesting. I really thought that they were going to go on him earlier, but the rest of the team was so far away, it got time for Kuku to get in position.
Yeah, he played that fight extremely well. He was the main reason they won the fight.
Oh. Well, 20-minute mark. Looks like bounty runes are going to be 2 apiece. And Geek Fam, a little bit of signs of life here after a little bit of a scary early start. I mean, to be honest, I would be pretty happy if I was the Geek Fam squad right now. Feels like they're getting into their timings.
You will only be happy if you win the series. Sorry.
Okay, that's fair.
So- you don't get happy easily when you play Dota.
You don't get happily easy when you play.
What do you mean?
This is the thing. I'll tell you this. This is the thing I've noticed consistently about pro players or analysts or anybody that's good at Dota. They get way more angry than people that suck because they're not used to losing. Like I lose all the time, man. You have no idea how little I care about losing games. But people that like win majority of their games, they get really bad. You can have some fun playing Dota.
I think you're wrong about me.
Okay.
I don't care about winning, but I care more about if they are doing the right things in the game.
Okay. That's a good outlook as well.
Like if you see something tilting you, like something that's wrong, then you
Yeah.
get
Dire's top tower
for me
is
usually I
under
get
attack.
upset about those stuff more
Dire's
than losing.
structures are fortified.
Yeah, that's true.
You see
That's
someone
a
like
good point.
running from low ground to high ground to take the fight, you know, someone buying the wrong item or reload to clear the crit wave. Like those are the stuff that actually triggers me more than losing.
Yeah. Queen of Pain does have a TP scroll, so it looks like
Oh.
Geek Fam want to take
They're
this
running to
fight.
the low ground, Gabe.
Scary. Tim's, Gabby to relocate back in. They're still waiting to jump. A big
breaker.
opening, but TNC, he's chasing. KP is going to be isolated away from the rest of them, and I think the rest of TNC needs to be careful getting out of here. Armel, TP's to the back line, pops the BKB, but that's a doom. My dude, what are you doing? The Heo is trying to come in from March. He's trying to keep him alive. The DOT, it's not quite going to be enough. He might actually live. No, March did not have enough in the tank to keep him alive. Armel just had a death wish, and then the Geek Fam squad granted it to him.
What was he
And
doing?
then- I don't know. Jeez.
What was he thinking? How was he supposed to TP in front of 5 people? I mean,
Well-
there's a freaking Doom.
Yeah, maybe he thought Doom had already been cast or something. I'm not sure.
No, that was just, oh my bro, KP's in trouble.
I'm gonna help him.
Yeah, KP.
Maybe they thought that Tim's could get something off in time and like interrupt stuff.
Hero, he's a freaking.
Yeah, I know. It
If
was a
you're,
tough one.
if you're talking about like a Earth Spirit, you know, like a Winter Wyvern, you know, some important big spell that could be used, yeah, sure, why not? But he's a Jakiro. There are limits to what he can do.
And we saw it. We definitely did. And TNC, they are going to lose several off of this one. I'm not sure if March is going to go down as well. There is a creep wave nearby that he could potentially tether to, but it's going to be hard. I think Gabby is like for sure dead. But maybe there's a chance that March could get out.
Be careful when you say that.
That's true. That's true.
Look at what happened to me.
I've been known to curse people before. Well, they was both TP immediately, and March, yeah, he gets out of there barely.
Radiant
But Gabby did go
structures
down.
are fortified.
Okay, what do they need now? They have to play the fights well. I don't think they can just like randomly run in with the like. I don't think they realize how important is this Spirit Breaker in the team fights. If he dies, I think the team fight is gone. They cannot fight anymore. This is how important it is. He's the last pick, right? The overall last pick. He was the 24th pick, so he plays a very vital role in the Raiden draft. He's the one that binds everything together. Without him, they cannot do anything.
And with him getting the Aghanim Scepter, that does give them a lot more opportunities to create some madness. But they just have to be able to dodge the doom on him. Maybe like a Lincoln's next item after Aghanim's even? I don't know. What do you think?
What? Lincoln's? You think he's like some Nature's Prophet support? He can farm?
I mean, he's got Io
Radiant
giving him
are
overpower.
scanning.
That's a thing, right? Overcharge, sorry.
Overpower. You think he's Ursa?
I do. That's the ability draft build.
What?
Greater Bash and Overpower. It's
Greater
amazing.
Bash, Overpower, and then what?
I don't know.
Enrage?
Laguna Blade or something. I don't know.
No, you get Enrage, the old Enrage, you know, and then you have another steroid like
Dire are
Bloodlust,
scanning.
right?
Nah, that's terrible. That's garbage.
How is that garbage? That can't be garbage.
Because you need like nukes and stuns and stuff. It's the way of it.
Okay. Stormhammer.
Ooh. Mr. Doom, he went for the Devour Gold.
Why not? He has to be fat.
You had said that you liked the other. I guess that was a Doom in a very different
Yeah, it's
situation.
a
the other
different
day.
game. Every game has a different outlook, so you have to do something different every time. Like it's important that when you play Dora, right, you don't play the game and go into like autopilot mode. Oh, this is how I play this hero. So every game you play the same way, but every game is different. So how can you play every game the same way? But a lot of players do that, you know.
Definitely. Dota's complicated. It's hard to figure out what the right thing to do is all the time. Another little smoke up
I
now.
always say the players just tend to play their hero, but they don't play the game. You know,
Right.
they just
Yeah.
play their hero, but they're not playing accordingly in the game.
Oh, look at Zephyr here. He's baiting this out.
Is he playing accordingly?
Dire's
No,
middle tower
man.
is under attack.
No, where's the Spirit
Oh,
Breaker?
he got bashed by Roche. Dude, Roche was like his bodyguard. Don't go in there, man. I'm gonna stop you.
Don't die. Finish your Aghanims. He has money for Aghanims. Just buy it. Don't save for buyback. Is he actually saving for buyback? Oh no way, man.
Nah, he's getting it. There's
Nice.
no way that was.
Now, power up at Spirit Breaker. Look at how much fun he can have. I think you can probably charge 2 to 3 times in a fight. Easily. Provided you don't run into 5 heroes and die.
Or get doomed. That's the other one.
Yeah. I feel like he just needs to doom the Spirit Breaker. He doesn't need to doom anyone else but the Spirit Breaker.
It would actually be crazy if that's just all Kuku did all game long. And it feels like they could.
He's
maybe
the
win
only
that.
stun. Think about it. He's the only stun. But if he can't
Yeah.
cast his spells, then how are they gonna kill people?
Well, maybe an opportunity later on. Maybe Armel can buy a Lincoln's for the Spirit Breaker, and for himself. You know, he gets it occasionally as well.
They just need the IO to save the Spirit Breaker.
Double
Take him home, you know. Bring him home. DD
He is nearby this. They're all pretty close
Okay, if
by the Roche pit.
this fight, if it doesn't work for Raiden, it's gonna be very close to over. They need to win
They
this
have
fight.
the ward down. Zephyr's there. Tim's scouting him. He's got that attack range talent.
Dire's middle tower
On
is
actually
under
for the
attack.
longer ones. Kuku able to get the Jakira right to start, but KP charges through, backs away, doesn't want to get down. Look at that obvious pass! Oh my god, catches on the three, but there's no follow-up.
Spirit Breaker, charge.
They need to find more. They don't have vision. Gabby trying to give it to him. They have the charge through onto Zephyr now, but it's only gonna land. He's so slow, and he got bashed again by Roach, and then Kuku comes in for the doom afterwards. Unbelievable! How does it keep on happening? Another charge through onto 2. They lose the Jakiro. Can Geek Fam find any more? Armel, he doesn't have his BKB anymore. That's a Lincoln Sphere done on Coral. The Sprout now, the attempted turnaround, but it will not happen. Barely able to get the relocate out of there.
Oh, he.
Oh wait, no, what? They relocated back into the pit?
Dyer's bottom
What?
tower.
Oh, they
is under
relocated
attack.
back.
He mistimed the Euros and he got hit by the homing missile.
Oh, wow. Well,
You know,
again,
you know,
the only one that gets out
Dyer's
is March.
bottom tower
You know, if
is
the
under
Spirit
attack.
Breaker actually didn't get bashed there, he got the two-man charge off. I think the fight could have been different, you know. It's so unlucky that he got bashed there by the Rush.
That was crazy.
And punished by Lord Gaben for picking Spirit Breaker.
Roshan has fallen to the
And
Dire.
it's not often that Roche is the one that gets the 17%. It's like you take a little bit of your own medicine there. Oh,
So sad, you know. Sometimes, if
Radiant's
you're calm,
middle
you think
tower
you're
is
calm, you
under
know,
attack.
and then the game tilts you. It's not the opponent, but the game actually tilts you.
right. I mean, think about all of the things that went wrong right there for TNC, right? It was a DD rune spawning top for Geek Fam to start taking Roche, and then Roche bashes KP out of a game-winning charge. Like, what? How did that happen?
Just did. Sure did. Deal with it.
Dyer's top
Well,
tower
let's see if they
is
can make it
under
happen.
attack.
Yeah, next game.
With no
This game-
regard for life.
This game is very close to over already for them. I mean, it's just based on the lineup, you know. If your lineup on Radiant reaches this point of the game without an advantage, you're probably gonna lose the game.
It's so tough. Really, really difficult for the side of TNC now to make it back up after this. Particularly if we start seeing Raven going off. Like, Raven already has the Satanic queued up and then the Rapier. Like, he knows where he wants to go. Hypothetically, if at the point Raven gets the Rapier, he like feeds his life away or something, you know, then there's a chance. But that's tough.
She doesn't even need the Rapier to win this game. She just needs normal items. But I guess, you know, if you're confident, why not?
Bottom, Tim's.
You know what's the funny thing? Like, if after they lose this game, and then the next game they just try to outgreed Geek Fam.
Yeah, that would be nuts.
That would be funny.
Well, it's like, because it's totally an interesting scenario too, because it's like you said, they're trying to play this very, very fast tempo lineup in answer to the greed, and then they're running into issues.
There's only one answer to
Radiant's
greed.
bottom tower is
Greed.
under attack.
Yeah, more greed.
Dude, they're gonna come into this game and buy 5 Midases.
No, seriously, it'll be so funny
Dyer's
if that
top
happens.
tower is under
Yeah.
attack.
Well, because
Radiant's
it'd be one of
bottom
those
tower is
instances where you so
under attack.
clearly know what the teams are
Radiant
thinking
structures
as it's
are
happening.
fortified.
March relocates in for the bounty rune. You love to see it. Gets out afterwards, but up top, KP after the charge is going to be Yules. Can he manage to escape? Bulldoze comes out, and oh
The seeds
no!
of fortune.
Oh no! Poor KP. They find another kill. Jeez.
Doom KP equals win game.
Radiant's
Over and
middle
over again.
tower
They
is
keep
under
doing it.
attack.
Well,
Radiant's
tier
middle
1 tower
has
mid is
fallen.
going to fall, and Geek Fam continuing to stand tall here and just dominate the pace of the game. And this is the point where it feels real rough playing against the Veno too. Starts dropping wards like inside your jungle, stealing farm from you. Ugh.
I'm glad we're on the same page as Venom.
Radiant's top
On Venom.
tower
Yeah.
is under attack.
Right.
I mean, but the thing is, like, I am the kind of person that would say Venom is a fun hero to play.
Totally.
It's fun annoying your opponents. It's not fun to play against him.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Definitely not. I've been seeing also
Radiant's
this
top
Lincoln
tower
that
has
Quap picked
fallen.
up has been pretty nice. Like, they keep on popping it with the Spirit Breaker, trying to find Carl all around the map.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Oh,
Gabby. They're chasing down March now. Kuku's coming. Sky has a big old sword. He wants to hit you with it. KP gets stunned and gets demolished. They didn't stand a chance. Kuku continuing to chase. Carl is there on top of him. One by one by one. They Yules
Radiant's
up
middle
Gabby
tower is
and are
under
going to
attack.
try and bring him down, but he does manage to get the BKB off, which keeps him alive. He just really doesn't have the damage.
I mean, you can see, like, this
Radiant's
Jakiro
middle
doesn't
tower
really do
has
much, you know,
fallen.
when the game is like this. That's why I felt like if they
Radiant
have
structures are
another
fortified.
setup hero on a pause 4,
Dire's structures are
they would have
fortified.
made the game a lot more less all in, you know. Because if it's
Dire's
Jakiro, then
bottom
it's
tower
pretty
is
much
under
if
attack.
you don't make this work in the early game,
Radiant's
you're
middle
done. You're
tower
gonna
is
lose.
under Radiant's middle
Yeah,
tower.
I mean, all
has
you can do
fallen.
is just throw macro pyres to try and kill waves. It's like, it's nothing. Well,
It's
Radiant's
okay,
middle
best of
barracks
3.
has fallen.
You're allowed to lose one game. If you want to try something, it's best to try it in the first game.
Radiant's
Yeah,
middle barracks
absolutely.
has fallen.
try out something new, see
Dire's
if it's
bottom
true. Like, because
tower
that's
is under
another thing,
attack.
right? Let's imagine that TNC was able to just completely steamroll this. Suddenly, they're
Dire's
the ones
bottom
that are in like
tower has
great
fallen.
position, not only in this
they
game,
would
but
have
next.
won, if they would have won with this game, I think
Yeah.
it would be 2-0 easily.
Yeah.
Because if you can win like this, then if they play a normal game, you will have too much of a
Dire's
morale
bottom
advantage
tower is
to
under
play the game.
attack.
Right.
I mean, I feel like
Charge through?
this game doesn't really affect
Dire
their
are
mindset
scanning.
too much because they're trying something out, you know, and they just need to revert back to what they were doing in the previous games.
Oh my god, so much bulldoze. They have Doom again. They throw the Doom instead onto the Nature's Prophet this time. Full HP, KP gets brought down. Ice Path again trying to slow him down, but there is still so much damage. They buy back on KP actually. Whitemon, he's charged. They're coming back in with KP afterwards, buying back with the Nature's Prophet. Everybody's trying to get in on this fight, and it's looking a little bit better for TNC, but with the buybacks coming, it looks like the secondary chase down is going to be there as well. Armel, BKB though, look at the chase down on Raven, he ends up falling. Zephyr's also in trouble. Kuku bought back for this one. Gabby, can he live? He is going to die, and Carl takes a lot of damage there. Sonic Wave afterwards, and then the blink out. And the damage over time, the slow and steady. Oh, he catches him. Kuku did it again. Unreal.
I think Doom needs to be banned against them.
Yeah.
They're prioritizing this hero a lot, and they understand how to play the hero. You know, like if they want to give them this hero, they have to come up with a very good answer to him. You know, you need to shut him down in the lane. But I think we've seen also was it from them that they
Radiant's
did
top
past 4
tower is
Doom,
under attack.
or maybe it was TNC that actually did it. Because I feel like if you early pick this Doom right, and he gets countered too much, and you feel he's gonna have a shitty game, just put him on a support.
Yeah. Absolutely. It's a really good answer to even if he does get countered out super hard, because he's just so versatile.
I mean, what really counters him is just the lane, you know. Maybe you can screw him in the lane. You pick supports like Witch Doctor that can own him in the lane. But in the game, how do you exactly counter him? Like Illusion Heroes, I think the best bet is Illusion Heroes, because then he has a hard time figuring out what to do. Like Naga, PL.
Wasn't it the other day we saw the Wraith King get picked up as well as a potential answer to it?
Yeah. Yeah, nice. It was Fnatic picking the Wraith King.
Right.
I don't
think-
feel like it's like a big counter to him, you know. Like, yeah, sure, you know, he doesn't have to doom you first.
The other thing about that was the one game that TNC won was when they picked the Wraith King in an answer to the Doom. So kind of showing that's just not a hero right now that's actually that great.
Yeah, because Wraith King, I feel like he doesn't feel like that strong in this match because he's greedy, right? But he doesn't scale as well as like a lot of the traditional carries, you know, like the heroes that are popular as carries right now, all the hard carries, the AM, PL, Gyrocopter, IO is back too. I'm not sure how strong is Razor, but since the last patch, he feels strong.
Yeah, I think I was talking to Trent about it a while ago, and he was saying that he liked Razor as an answer to like a lot of stacking heroes because you can like invade their stacks and try and steal them away and things like that. So I kind of thought that was going to be
Radiant's
their
bottom
goal
tower
with the
is under
Razor
attack.
pick, but then they just kind of went like, all right, let's just run at them.
He's
Radiant's
like
bottom
a-
tower has
He's an
fallen.
idea, you know, when you pick this hero, he's an anti-carry. He counters most carries because of how static lane works.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if you don't get it, he doesn't have a lot of damage if he doesn't have static lane.
Right.
That's why you tend to play him in a faster paced game, you know. You don't want the game to drag too long for you. That's why I see this pick as an idea about how they want to play. It's not just about the counter, you know. It's about the idea that how they wanted to approach the game.
I guess the other thing too is it's
Radiant's
like
courier
the
has been
TNC,
killed.
you know, they open up with a couple heroes, then they pick the IO. It's pretty clear they want to take the gyro. Geek Fam just sneak that one away. Maybe it's also a signal that, like, hey, we can play
Radiant
gyrocopter without the IO. You know, you kind of have to.
But you
both of
can't
those.
play IO without gyro.
Yeah, we saw what happened here. March keeps on being the only one left alive at the fight, which is like the exact opposite of what the hero wants. It feels real rough for him. Whitemon steps forward, conserving that ice path, not wanting to use it and have it gone up there. Thinking about a chase down. Quap has freaking Shibas and an AC 46 armor on the Queen of Pain. What? That is insane. But it is a tough one here. An Aditi rune again gonna get popped by Raven. They're getting ready to run in. They want a battle. Who are they gonna find? Gabby? Oh, DD on DD. I don't know what happens after this. Oh, they doom him, and then the fight is over instantly, effortlessly, and very soon, probably the rest of the game as well. Armel trying to get out of there, but the damage is too much. A triple kill for Raven. Holy moly, as the saying goes.
It's okay. They just need to play game 2. Play their normal, play the style that they've been playing the last couple of series.
Well, Geek Fam just gonna walk forward and start hitting the tier 4 towers while Carl able to get the solo onto March, and they're feeling like, hey, you know what? If we are gonna be playing all day today, potentially playing in the grand finals, let's try and clean up this game number 1 as quickly as possible.
I mean, you could tell they're not calling GG because they're talking about stuff, you know.
Radiant's
yeah, definitely.
Then they don't really feel like the game is ready. Maybe not.
A chance for a turnaround. All right, they want to run at him. Kuku backs away from the static link, and Gabby's going to be chased ice path onto a couple, but there's far too much damage, and KP charges through a whole host. Can they do that much more damage? Bulldoze trying to back away, but eventually he too will die. They fear up Gabby, chasing him dang near into the fountain, but they will just settle for the Ancient, it looks like, because that is the next place to go to. And we are very shortly, it feels, going to be going into a game number 2 as they get the fear, they get the beat down, and it will be Geek Fam able to draw out the GG from TNC in game number 1.
Can't wait for game 2. What are going to be the adjustments? What is the adjustments that they